So for this video, I'm going to be trying to make a vegetable based sandwich using the FAME food model. My first ingredient is going to be this sprouted whole wheat grain bread. This will contain both protein and it will be my whole grain source of carbohydrates. My other non-starch vegetable my starch-based vegetable is going to be carrots, which are also relatively high in carbohydrates. And then for protein, I'm going to have these mushrooms, which are also relatively low in carbohydrates. And then I'm going to have broccoli. Cooked broccoli is especially high in protein. I'm also going to be adding these pistachios by crushing them up. Pistachios are both high in protein and lipids. And then my last lipid, I'm going to be using olive oil to cook some of the vegetables like the broccoli and the mushrooms. So as for my main source of lipids, the olive oil is high in the lipid triacyl glycerol, and the pistachios have saturated fatty acids, polyunsaturated fatty acids, and monounsaturated fatty acids. These are all my non-starchy vegetables, which will make up 50% of the sandwich. And it consists of broccoli, romaine lettuce, tomato, and chives. Once again, the broccoli is going to be a major source of protein. The romaine lettuce also has a little bit of protein as well. And I'm hoping the tomato and chives will kind of make up for some flavor. Then for 25% of the meal, these are the whole grain and starchy vegetables, which is going to be the sprouted whole wheat bread and the carrots. The last 25% of the FAME food plate model is going to be my plant-based proteins, which is the sprouted whole wheat bread, the broccoli, which is going to be cooked, the mushrooms, which are also going to be cooked, and the pistachios. And those are all going to have pretty good amounts of protein. Here's the finished product. It doesn't taste as bad as I thought it would. It kind of tastes like a salad and 2 pieces of bread. I did put a fair amount of hot sauce on mine. Yeah. The meal itself was relatively easy to make. All I had to do was cook the mushrooms and broccoli for the most part and cut up the vegetables, toast the bread. Sandwiches are definitely something that are more centered around meat, so it was kind of hard trying to find a substitute for that. But I think the tomato and mushroom, they kind of go together. They definitely have their own taste that dominate most of the sandwich. But overall, I do think they're a pretty good substitute for meat as far as taste goes, and the broccoli and pistachios definitely make up for protein content. I don't know if I'd ever make this meal again, but if I ever have any leftover vegetables or mushrooms or something, it's definitely a good way to get rid of them. It's a good lunch alternative.